Hey, it's Jack here. Today we're in Kingman, Arizona at the Kingman Visitor Center. Got a Route 66 exhibit set up. It's fairly new. We're going to go in and check things out. Well, the sign here tells us how far it is to different destinations along Route 66. In front of us is Chicago, Illinois at 1,805 miles. That is the end of Route 66. And going the other way, it says Los Angeles, California, 319 miles. I presume that they mean Santa Monica because that's the end on the west coast. And the other mileage is listed there to different destinations along Route 66. Here is a drive-through Route 66 photo op. What's cool is they've got this cell phone holder or camera holder. You put your camera there, and when you drive through the sign, you can take your photo. And after you take your photo, be sure to share your experience at #66drive-thru. They call this the Powerhouse Visitor Center because this is an old power plant that they converted into the museum. If you have an electric vehicle right outside the museum, there's a bank of Tesla charging stations. This sign tells about the building, the Powerhouse, Arizona's oldest known reinforced concrete industrial building, generated electricity from 1909 to 1938. After serving as a substation and later a recycling center, it was renovated to its current condition 1997 by the Powerhouse Gang. As we start to go in the door, we see this plaque that tells about the building, but something more interesting is if we go up, we see that that bolt right there is 3,333.33 feet above sea level. As we come in the door, something very important when you're traveling are the restrooms. So just come in straight back and head to your right and just follow the signs. Well, you come up the stairs to get to the museum, or you can take an elevator. They have an elevator and stairs, and also on the upper level they have two restrooms up here. So upstairs they have this giant electric train. Which way will it go at the switch? It's going straight at the switch. Here it comes. Well, here we are in the museum entrance. We're going to go on in. Admission is $5 for adults, seniors are $4, and children under 12 are free. This talks about the early trade routes with the Native Americans. The Beale survey team, they came out and they've got their survey there with the railroad. Beale Wagon Road from 1857 to 1882. Here they expanded the railroad. At that time it was Santa Fe. Now it's Burlington Northern Santa Fe. Back when the pioneers were coming across the west, this is how they did it. They say the covered wagons used by the pioneers were called prairie schooners, since the covered wagons crossing the prairies resembled ships crossing the ocean. Here's the Good Roads Association. There's a classic picture. Follow the Santa Fe Railway, National Old Trails Highway all the way. And here's a wall depicting the National Old Trails Highway from 1913 to 1926. And they've got a map for each segment of the highway. This segment here is from Needles to Kingman. So Needles is in California. Kingman obviously is here in Arizona. Oh, it started over here and went straight across to Kingman. And then there was another part of the road. They called this fair road with easy grades from Kingman, Arizona, all the way over to Schlegman. It's from Schlegman to Williams. They put down this is a fair road that's rough in places. Then from Williams to Flagstaff says beautiful forest and fair roads. And that takes them all the way across to Flagstaff. And continuing on from Flagstaff to Holbrook, roads fair and they're bad in the rain. Oh, duly noted. Don't travel back then in the rain. Then from Holbrook, Arizona to Gallup, New Mexico, says bad roads, sandy rough, few bridges, steep grades, many arroyos, and washes. And they got pictures here of what it looked like back in those days. And this has got Route 66 from 1927 to 1929. This depicts the Dust Bowl beginning in 1931 and ending in 1939. This was the Dust Bowl, and people started to move out west to get the heck out of there. And here's this family doing that to get out of the Dust Bowl. They've got their truck there all loaded down. Got the kids hanging on the back. Looks like they stopped for a night, created a fire and get something to eat. Granny's over here gonna eat some apples and probably peel some potatoes. Maybe she's gonna eat the potatoes, who knows. Anyway, she's got apples and potatoes there. This little guy here wants to play ball. The other one up there is just hanging out. Along the wall here they showed trucks as this one, people with their world possessions stacked up inside to look for a better way of life. Stop beside the road here, take a breather. This guy's getting a little assistance with a rope tow. Along this wall are pages from the book Grapes of Wrath. Now we come into a little more modern over here. Got a Texaco sign. Phillips 66 gas pump. And the centerpiece for this part of the museum is a 1950 Studebaker Champion. And this family is heading out on the road. The girl's looking out the back window. This is considered an early type of air conditioner to keep the car cool while you drove. We've come a long way since then. Here's a depiction of a soda fountain, biscuits and gravy, chicken fried steak, homemade pie, and malts. And looking right over here, they got the table set ready to go with some burgers, hot dogs, fries, and 2 sundaes right there. And this guy's ready to serve it up for everybody. Here's Bob Ann's garage. Inside here we can get some oil. They can put the car on lift, get the tires rotated or changed out in case of a flat. And they had this motorcycle right here. It looks like a Triumph. Here's a wall dedicated to the Burma Shave. They used to have these signs along the highway advertising their product. Slow down, Pa. Sakes alive. Ma has missed. Signs 4 and 5. Burma Shave. So they had those growing across the road there. Over here are more buildings depicting life on Route 66. Central Mercantile. Got the shopkeep back there. And all the things you can buy while you're on the road. This is Ivan's and Roy's Drugs, Billiards, and Barbershop. Quite the combination. There's a kid in the chair getting ready to get his hair cut. Got the Barbershop Quartet picture on the wall there. And several artifacts from back in the day. So this building depicts a hotel. We look here, they've got luggage inside the window. There's a flight of stairs that goes up over here, off to the right. They've got some old cars back over there on the shelf. And if we look in this window, we can see it set up like a restaurant over here. And if we look up there, we can see where those stairs go up to the second level rooms. Over here they have the Efren Lopez art exhibit. Well, each one of these pieces of art represent a different location on Route 66, and what's really neat is in the bottom right corner there's a note on where the establishment is on Route 66. For example, the Wigwam Motel here shows it's San Bernardino, California. Getting a lot of glare in here, so I'll try to do the best to bring it to you without the glare. This is in Kingman, Arizona, Mr. D's Diner. If you come here to the museum, his artwork is for sale, and there's also a book with his artwork in the gift shop. Coming around the corner here, they have an electric vehicle museum downstairs. So this is the electric car museum. Let's see what they have going on in here. There's no information on this car here. This is Willie Nelson's Rolls-Royce themed golf cart. The seats read Willie. Looks like there's a ice chest there and probably a bar there in the back. Right next to Willie's electric golf cart is Waylon Jennings' electric golf cart. There's a picture of Waylon and Willie from their album, and there's a picture of Waylon Jennings with this very golf cart. This is what they call a Mercedes style golf cart. Front end has that Mercedes emblem on there. Well, this is a 1993 City El Targa. It had a range of 30 miles. Top speed was 35 miles per hour, and it took about 3 hours to fully charge. They call these Custer chair cars. They're made by a company called Custer Specialty Company in Dayton, Ohio. They produced these from 1916 to 1933. Here's a Lyman electric quad. This is from 1979. You could go 40 to 50 miles on this. There was 2 batteries, and the top speed was 9 miles an hour. Here's a Marketeer golf cart made in Redlands, California in the mid-1960s. Here's an R Trident made in Anaheim, California from 1959 to 1963. It's Taylor Dunn Manufacturing. Oh, here's a prototype car from 1997 made by Bombardier in Canada. This one's called a Current. It's from 2007. The original price was just a little less than $10,000. On a single charge, it could go 35 to 40 miles, and the top speed was 25 miles an hour. There's no information on this car here, but it looks like one of the cars that was used in Malibu Grand Prix. Used to be a racetrack, a couple of them in Orange County, California. Car looks very similar to those used on that racetrack. Here's what they call a Kawasaki, made by Eyeball Engineering in Fontana, California in 1987. Its top speed was about 125 miles an hour. Well, this is interesting. This is from 1883. This is called a Elwood Parker baggage tug, and it's fully electric. And what's a baggage tug, you ask? Well, it's a vehicle used to pull the baggage cart from the station to the train. Looks like a standard Porsche if you look at it, but it is an electric vehicle. This is a 1983 Porsche 911 SC. This is a Tesla Roadster from 2008. Arizona State designed this Lightning India style electric racing car. This was produced in 1955. It's called Lightning Rod 2, and it's a 1929 Ford Roadster originally. From 1930, here is a Detroit Electric Model 60, top speed of 20 miles per hour, original price just under $3,000. In 2011, Stanford University made this solar-powered race car. It's all solar panels on the top. The top here we can see is propped up with the wood right there, but that would come flush down and the driver would sit there and the driver's head would poke out the top there and could see forward. But that's from Stanford University. That's their solar-powered race car. This is the Buckeye Bullet. It's a student-built, student-created alternative fuel race car from the Ohio State University. Designed in 2009, they took it out to the Bonneville Salt Flats in Utah, and it got a speed of 303.25 miles per hour. This is a Renaissance car company, Tropica EV Roadster, built in 1995, had a range of 60 to 80 miles, top speed of 60 miles per hour. Completely fiberglass. Don't know how comfortable those seats would be. Those seats look like something out of a roller coaster I've ridden once or twice in my life. All right, down here it even has a tape deck. This is a converted postal vehicle that's been made into an electric vehicle. And there's its power plant. Here we have an electric vehicle repair station, Route 66 electric vehicle service. And here's our repair technician right here. Her name is Harlan. How's it going, Harlan? And on the shelves, they've got different cleaners, solvents. And then here on the floor, they've got an electric motor or two. And of course, she's here with the car jack, getting ready to do her business and get that car repaired and back on the road. The last part of the exhibit, they have different chargers that are used for electric vehicles. They have a vast assortment. Well, it makes complete sense, being a former power plant, that they would have an electric vehicle exhibit in the lower level. Really cool to see some of these electric vehicles have been around since the 1800s. Who knew? Really educational part of this museum, the Route 66 upstairs, with a lot of fun seeing what transpired, what brought out Route 66. But seeing the electric car museum is very eye-opening. We think the electric vehicle is something new that's, the last 20 years, 25 years, but it has been around since the late 1800s. It says exit the museum this way. What do you want to bet? That there's probably a gift shop on the other side of this door. Let's check this out. Just like clockwork, we're in the gift shop for the Route 66 Museum here in Kingman, Arizona. Coming in the museum, they have Southwest related books. They're over here on this wall. They've got Native American Southwest style shirts. They got these real cool greeting cards with pictures from Arizona here. Well, if you're in the market for some old license plates, they have them here. If you want to get yourself a souvenir press penny, they have that option here too. 51 cents, 2 quarters, 1 penny. Select your design and then crank away. They've got a ton of travel guides here along the back wall for Arizona. And if you want to get your drink on and get your snack on, they have that available too. They got pop, they've got water, chips, crackers, candy bars, so forth for your road trip. And if you're feeling lucky, you can play Powerball right here, Arizona Lottery. On this side, they have more items that are Route 66 related, because this is the Route 66 gift shop. They've got magnets and mugs and glasses. For your shelf at home, they've got a replica gas pump. They've got Route 66 t-shirts over here. They've got Arizona Mother Road sweatshirts. replica Route 66 signs. There's Kingman, there's Arizona, there's also just plain old Route 66. They have this sign that's a map of the whole highway from Santa Monica to Chicago. These are Arizona zipper pull tags. We know what we're looking for. Let's see if they have it. And there it is. They do have jack. On this rack, they have their souvenir pins, which is what we like to pick up when we're on the road. And right here in the middle is the one we're looking for. Kingman, Arizona, Route 66. Everything purchased here at the Route 66 gift shop goes to the preservation of Route 66. They do have the two gift shops here. One's more of a Southwest themed gift shop with a little bit of Route 66. But this shop on the other side from that one is the actual Route 66 gift shop. And every item purchased here goes to the preservation of Route 66. I hope you enjoyed this walk-around tour of the Kingman Visitor Center and Route 66 Museum with that bonus of the Electric Car Museum. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and we'll catch you on the next one.